All right, so week 3 recap review. So it was my squad versus Orlando Pride. And got the W on my squad, which it is making me frustrated from a fantasy wise, and I definitely gonna gotta take it out on my next upcoming opponent, all my upcoming opponents, man. Cause I don't want to be taking L's like this in fantasy from any team. But yeah, man, my team dropped the ball in this game. Orlando Pride. He got 2 Orlando kids on his team. I think he got the Orlando's small forward and Orlando's power forward. I think he got both of those kids, both of their starting forwards. And yeah, he got a W. His team improved. Well, got closer to 500. But my team, moves down even more to third to last place right now. So we had Week4 versus Fantasy Savage, 9th versus 16th. And yeah, Week4 got the win over Fantasy Savage 7-3. Interesting, Week4 is a second-year owner, Fantasy Savage vet owner that won the whole thing this season before last season. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Fantasy Savage is mad right now, especially being in last place, and he's definitely gonna go hard. I know he's gonna go hard and put in the effort to go at all his other opponents for his first few opponents, putting him in last place. And we had Ass Nature Part 2 versus Team Alexander. It was a tied up score. And yeah, they stay in the same spot. Team Alexander's in second place right now, and Ass Nation 13th. And we had Make Target's Goons versus These Nuts. So These Nuts blew out Make Target's Goons slightly, 8-2. And yeah, I think it was the biggest win of the week. These Nuts, the defending champion, comes back and, trying to get back in one of the top seeds for this season too. And yeah, and they did make a trade. Make Target's Goons and These Nuts made a Andrew Wiggins for Jalen Johnson trade, which is interesting. That These Nuts wanted to get Andrew Wiggins on his team, and Make Target's Goons wanted Jalen Johnson. And yeah, that was a cool, interesting trade, Buckingham versus Bud City Bums. Buckingham got the W, slightly over Bud City Bums. And they both got similar record, just flipped a little bit, but close to 500, both of them. Me Too Movement versus 420.169. Me Too Movement got this win over 420.169. And moves to 5th place. Boo Handler moves a little bit down to 12th place. Taylor Swift Down Under versus Ad City. Ad City in 3rd place gets the win over the rookie owner, Taylor Swift Down Under. And then we have the game of the week. 1st versus 6th, Team Don Mello versus John's Blockheads. And Team Mello got the slight win over John's Blockheads, 6-4. Were they super close in any categories? Yeah, turnovers they were super close in. And I know Don Mello has LeBron and Durant. John's Blockheads has Embiid. So least minutes played, Goga. Most minutes played for John's Blockheads was Embiid. Interesting. Most minutes played for Team Don Mello was Jaylen Brown. Least minutes was Evan Mobley. Least point. So yeah, Kevin Durant and Jaylen Brown scored the most for him. was third most. M and B put out way more than anybody. 45. Desmond Bain was second most for this kid, so yeah, that was interesting. Melo Don, second year owner, is holding down first place and has been pretty much since the beginning of the season, it looks like. So have I faced this team yet? No, which is a good thing, because it'll make it more fun if I face that team when they're in first place, where it has one of the top seeds, of course. Next, we have, so that's the week preview. The week review. Now we got this week preview, where it's almost only one day left, Sunday, for these games. So we're gonna start with my squad. We got John's Blockhead versus my squad, Clico THC Water Kids. And yeah, it looks like John's Blockheads, I looked at it, he has at least 3 or 4 more players playing, or anywhere between 2 to 4 more players playing in my squad. And it looks like, yeah, he'll catch up in points, and maybe steals. So free throw percentage, I don't know. Maybe if his players break a lot of free throws, maybe I could catch up in that percentage. But those are like the 3 main categories still up for grabs. But it looks like, unless I catch up in free throw percentage some type of way and hold down assists, which I think I still have a slight chance of, then that's the only way I'll be able to win and not tie it. But John's Blockheads, I'm pretty sure he's going for the 7 and 3, because he can come back in points and assists pretty easily. So I'm pretty sure he's going for the 7 to 3. Maybe even 3-pointers made. He could maybe, if his team, go on a barrage from 3. Maybe you have a slight chance of coming back in that. So then we got Hold You Fat versus 808 Team Melo. So Team Melo winning 5-4. Up for grabs still is 3-pointers made. Free throw percentage slightly. A rebound still up for grabs. Assist still up for grabs. Turnover still up for grabs. Wow, so that's about close to almost half, at least 3 to 4 categories still up for grabs. So then we got Fantasy Savage versus Ass Nation Part 2, 16 versus 13. Fantasy Savage 7-3 winning. Can Ass Nation Part 2 come back in any category? Yeah, you can come back in blocks. Maybe even turnovers, but it'd be a long shot. 3-pointers made, you can come back in. Maybe even free throw percentage slightly. So that's about 3-4 categories as they should come back in. So yeah, he has a slight chance to win and come back maybe. But Fantasy Savage definitely has the advantage right now. Then we got Orlando Pride versus McTarget's Goons. What can McTarget's Goons come back in? 3-point percentage, he's looking to come back in. He's looking to win blocks. He's looking to come back in turnovers. So yeah, those are at least a few categories McTarget's Goons can come back in and at least tie it up 5-5 or something like that. Team Alexander versus Buckingham. Buckingham is pretty close. Wow, the 50-5. Wow, the 50-5 block differential. I never seen a category differential on blocks like that before ever. Wow. And I never seen a team actually put up 50 blocks. Actually, never in a week. Nope. I don't even see that happening in a 2-week playoff. Name people putting up 50 blocks. Wow. Yeah, if he putting up 50 blocks, he must have. Wow, I'm thinking he must have JJ from Memphis. He must have some other block kids. He must have. He don't have. Yeah, who are the other top block kids? Not sure. But wow. If you're looking for blocks, yeah, Team Alexander seems like he's dominating that category, especially this week. But it'd be interesting to see if he could continue to dominate with blocks like that, because there's no way he has that many blocks. It looks like a typo, a number typo. Might have to call for fantasy hotline for that. 50 blocks. But they're pretty close in a lot of categories. 3-pointers made, free throw percentage, 3-point percentage, steals, assists, and slightly uneven turnovers. So there's like 4 or 5 categories still up for grabs. Then we have Buzz City versus Taylor Swift's Down Under. Taylor Swift's Down Under trying to come back in steals, and that's might be a little bit tough too. But other than that, it look like Buzz City Bums got the win wrapped up for sure. It may even be a blowout win. 420 pool on 169 versus Ad City. 12 versus on third. So it looks like 420 pool on 169 looking for the upset right now. Can Ad City come back in? Wow, he can't really come back in none of these categories, and steals might be a long shot. Very tough to come back in, but that might be his best choice. But everything else looks like he's locked out of. And for 20 point is going to get the upset win over Ad City, who was the runner-up. Yeah, last season his squad was the runner-up last season. Then we have game of the week: These Nuts versus Me Too Movement. 4th versus 5th, which would be a first-round playoff matchup if it started today. And wow, the defending champion These Nuts looking to try to get the super blowout win, and the Me Too Movement trying to come back in points, blocks, assists. That's 3 categories. Rebounds, 4 categories. Okay, so you could come back in 4 categories. Let's see who has more players playing. So he has 5 today. These Nuts. Oh, it's 5-on-5. Okay, that's what's up. It's 5-on-5. What 5 has more talent? Let me see his 5. Let me look at that 5. Okay, let me see this 5. Similar talent level, but I'm going to go with These Nuts 5 since he got the former MVP, finals MVP in the lineup for this last day of the week for fantasy. So yeah, I would say, yeah, These Nuts definitely has the better squad in. For the 5 versus 5 matchup they got for today, this Sunday. But that's what it is, man. The offers has been interesting. I seen the Haywood Highsmith kid. Yeah, man, I had to raid drop that kid after I was watching the first half of that game the Heat had versus the Spurs earlier in the week. And then, yeah, I saw Fantasy Savage had picked him up, dropped him, picked him up back again. Oh yeah, I saw that Pudinsky kid. I don't know where he came from for Golden State. Seemed like he came out of nowhere. I saw he got picked up for a lot, for 50 plus, right? And who else? Let me see. So Monday was the biggest day of the week for ads. Oh yeah, Bilal Coulibaly, everybody was trying to get him for that Monday. So yeah, he has been putting up consistent numbers recently with double-figure scoring and getting a few other stats. Oh, I thought there was more movement on the kid, but we dropped and picked up for 56. But look how close this was. $1 difference. Wow. Interesting. So that's what it is, man. Comment, like, subscribe, holla.